started laughing my butt off when that first came on because I forgot about it.
Dude, yeah, so tonight, everyone, we're live now. We will be talking Mortal Kombat, and only three of us tonight. So I will introduce myself, I guess, Jackson with Downright Annoyed, and then we've got, of course, my co-host, Michael. Michael?
Hey, what's going on? I'm Mike. What's going on? I'm excited to talk some Mortal Kombat 1995.
And where can people find you, Mike?
You can find me at the Downright Nerdy Podcast. Just find me on all the social media platforms and on YouTube. Probably in the next week or so, I'll be finally revamping everything. It'll finally become all My Mom's Basement Studios. But for right now, just keep it status quo at DMP.
Perfect. And Ryan.
What's up, guys? Ryan from the Fake Nerd Podcast. We go live every Sunday. We're a weekly pop culture podcast, talking movies, comics, all that stuff. We are also talking about Mortal Kombat this week. The schedule's aligned, just like Destiny's and Mortal Kombat. We're also talking about the sequel, which isn't as good, but you can check that out in a couple hours. Toasty! I don't know if you guys ever played the games.
Oh, yeah. Toasty, classic. Mortal Kombat 2 that started, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
yeah. So we are discussing the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie. We do have a new Mortal Kombat movie coming out this month that people in foreign countries are already seeing.
Guys,
so
really?
Don't get confused. It's not that one. Unfortunately, we haven't seen that yet.
Guys, so the Fake Nerd group and our homies, we rented out a theater. And Mortal Kombat's the first movie we're seeing. And it's just going to be like us and like 10 people. And I'm going to be freaking out because the reviews are already saying it's really good. And really? I'm like, the hype is too real. I'm so excited. I love Mortal Kombat.
You guys should set up a camera at the front just pointing at you guys.
Definitely the studio, the theater will let us do that. Absolutely.
No, if you face you.
No, the point that points you towards the
oh,
audience.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it is technically just us, so maybe.
Yeah.
Ooh, good idea.
Cookie was going to try to make it tonight. I think we have his review. We'll get to that shortly. We have it in text form, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, on the gram.
So don't let me forget to read that. But Mortal Kombat. So I guess, Ryan, since you're pumped for the new one, I know I've heard positive thoughts about this movie come out of your mouth in the past, just randomly. So what did you think upon this rewatch of the original Mortal Kombat movie?
I still think it's a solid, fun action movie. It's not trying to be anything more than it is. If you know Paul W.S. Anderson's work, this is very much up his wheelhouse. He's very much a very, mid, like lots of B type movies, right? And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Not every movie has to be The Godfather, right? I think this movie holds up. I think the characters are fun enough. I think the action's pretty good for 1995, a low budget action movie. The special effects are horrendous. They were horrendous then and they're horrendous now. But again, like the idea to make Reptile into a weird CGI creature in the first place is just dumb in general. So like, that's just the movie's fault. I still think it's a lot of fun. Like if you're going in knowing what it is, I think you'll have a good time.
And for the conflicting opinion, I believe, let's head over to Mike and get his opinion on Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, so I had completely forgotten everything about this movie. So going back to it, I couldn't remember anything about it. And man, I hated this movie. This was
so interesting.
I really just did not have a good time the entire time. Okay. I was just totally like, I'm all about cheesy martial arts. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Cobra Kai. I mean, how bad is that action? But this was just almost as bad as the gaff from The Godfather when Sonny makes that hook and he's like a foot away from the dude's face, and it's just there were too many plot holes. There's too many like, wait, what's going on? Why are they going to this island? Where are we right now? Why is Sonya, trying to like do this radio thing in the middle of the sea? I just don't get it. And I do love the music. I think one of you, I think maybe Jackson was the one that said the music was really good in this. And yeah, when I first pressed play, it's like Mortal Kombat. I was pumped with that music, right?
I still when that movie starts, the logo on the screen with the opening credits and the music, it's awesome. But yeah, no, continue. I'm sorry.
No, one more thing, just really quickly. I know that you, Ryan, you just said that, for a B movie, it's fine for a B movie. in my head, I was with everybody talking it up, and with it being a Mortal Kombat movie, I just assumed it was just going to be a little bit better than a B movie. I thought.
Yeah. My
And-
roommate never saw it, and he felt the same way. Like he thought it was fine. He didn't see why people are crazy about it. Yeah.
It's probably something that I would assume nostalgia might play a big part in it too.
A little bit,
a little bit,
but then,
not so much.
I think so, a little bit. But I will get into why I think it does have some merit, a little bit.
I mean, when I kind of compare it to other B movies from the same era, I would pick several others over this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I texted my brother as I was watching this, because this was a movie we we still laugh about the whole, Lou part at the beginning. Yeah. We still laugh about that. So I took a picture of my TV when he was like yelling Lou, and then sent it to my brother. And I'm like, I'm with Ryan on this one. I still like this movie. I do. I know that it's kind of dumb. I mean, it's really dumb.
It is dumb.
Like, it's very dumb.
I will not defend this movie like I'll defend like another like more dramatic movie. Like everything you will say, Michael, 100% right. It's just one of those movies. Like, will you accept how dumb it is, or is it something that just doesn't reach to you? This isn't a movie that I'm gonna defend with my heart. I just think it's a silly, fun movie. It's one of those,
Yeah. I think Lyndon Ashby, Johnny Cage, I think is great. I mean, I believe in this movie that Johnny Cage, Raiden, and Shang Tsung by far to me like hold this movie up, because I like all three of those characters quite a bit. I think Christopher Lambert, he's just my Raiden. I feel like he always will be because of this movie.
I don't think so.
Oh, I love him. I love him.
Such cheesy dialogue. Oh my god.
He's great. Love him.
Every single line of his was just one take. There was no. He filmed all his scenes in like 3 days.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. I love him. I think
I can't help but love it. Yeah.
He gets it. Like, everybody seems to get what they're doing. Like, they're in this stupid Mortal Kombat movie. I think they probably had no idea how big this movie would actually be when it came out. No. But I feel like they kind of just like, they do a good job. Johnny Cage actually has some really good one-liners. Like, there's a really good scene in the beginning where he wants Liu Kang to take his luggage and he throws it into the water. Johnny Cage is really good. I mean, there's some stuff that just makes no sense. Like,
the character, the princess character. She has zero. Yeah. She has zero.
Well,
she's useless.
It's like, why wouldn't she just be like, hey, we're going to bring a bucket of water and leave it by you to get some? Why would she make it like a riddle, Why
the hell does the water turn into a spike, by the way?
Well, it's freezing as it goes. Come on.
You're trying too hard.
I mean, it's just like an icicle, Michael.
It's an icicle.
But no, Sonya's terrible.
She's bad. Yeah.
Yes.
I actually, I talked to you guys before the show started. Annihilation, the sequel, is a much worse movie, but I think the new Sonya is actually much, much better. She plays being really hard, but I just don't really buy it. She doesn't convey.
She's awful.
I will give her credit though, because there were two other actresses who were supposed to be Sonya before this. One of them being Cameron Diaz, but the two other actresses got injured before this movie training. So she came in and she did all of her own stunts. So for that, I'll give her credit. That being said, I think she's the weakest of all the fighters.
She probably is the stunt person for Cameron Diaz.
Yeah.
No, she was. Oh, come on now. She was Billy Madison. She was the chick.
Oh yeah, he was really big in the '90s. Yeah, Love Stinks.
She married Pete Sampras, the tennis player.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes. So she is now Pete Sampras's wife. But I mean, Kerry Fukujawa or whatever his name is, the dude who plays Shang Tsung. I think he's great. Yeah. I think he completely like chews up the scenery in every scene that he's in this movie. I have fun watching this movie to this day. I
would have more fun if this movie was cut up and was just put into a Mortal Kombat game and you had to play your way. These were just the cutaway scenes.
Oh man, just play Mortal Kombat 9, which was like the reboot, which is We played on the Fake Nerd podcast. Check it out. That is a terrific like Star Trek '09 like a remake of those old games 1 through 3.
Okay.
That's actually really fun. Check that out.
Yeah, I you know, the music, like, dude, there's a scene in this where it's like a low angle shot of Liu Kang as he's walking up to like where the Buddhists are and shit, and it's just like that techno kind of slow music. That this is a fun movie. I can't help it. I know as I watch it, it's like there's stuff that makes me cringe.
Yeah.
You know, all the Kano stuff. Maybe that's nostalgia because I still love
Kano's good. Okay, so I don't know how familiar you are with Mortal Kombat, Michael, but Kano, this is a perfect Kano. He is a sleazebag. He's awful. He has one of my favorite lines in movies.
Is he the dude with the half face?
Yeah.
Okay.
My favorite line in movies. I love it. He is so good at being a bad guy. I think that dude rules.
Yeah, I like the treasure these moments.
Yeah. He's so.
Who did I complain to you about, Jackson? The dude with
Goro.
4 arms, Goro.
Hold on. Can we stop this? Hold on, Mike. You don't know who Kano is. You don't know who Goro is.
I was a Street Fighter guy.
Where the hell have you bet Street Fighter?
Street Fighter next week on the Downright Annoyed.
Yeah, no, if you think this is bad, the Street Fighter movie, but no, Mike, I gotta say I'm a little disappointed.
I gotta say I don't care. I'm sorry, bro.
You gotta understand.
Yeah, I can't get mad at it. It's like I get it.
Hey, listen. I mean, it wasn't enjoyable for me. I in my mind, I'm thinking, I know this is already going to be a kind of a bad movie. I'm looking forward to the next Mortal Kombat movie. So
no,
I don't know.
I'm not disappointed that you didn't like the movie, but like for me, like knowing who Goro is like,
I see what you mean.
I was born knowing who Goro is. It feels like it's like not knowing who Darth Vader is or something.
You're comparing Goro to Darth Vader. Stop.
I mean, for a game player,
excuse me, he's the champion of Outworld for
of course,
centuries, Michael.
He screams and growls for 5 minutes before on his way in. There's 18 shots of him walking 5 feet and growling.
I'll tell you what, I watched the behind the scenes making of Goro, of the whole movie, but specifically Goro. That dude's way too tall. That's the way they designed Goro, I don't think.
Yeah, that's what made it unrealistic.
I'm happy. Hey, man, I'm watching a movie about a dude with 4 arms.
No,
it's
right.
Unrealistic. The fact that they decided to make him like 12 feet tall and have all the arms on the upper portion, he wobbles. He literally wobbles and falls down like mid scenes. Like it's poorly made.
Maybe that's why I kept screaming.
He also got punched in the nuts. That's why he was screaming. Classic MK move. Again, can't get mad at it. That's what he does. Yep. I will say I don't think all the choreography is good, but I do think there is some pretty good fights. I do think the Scorpion Johnny Cage fights are pretty good. That's probably the best fight in the movie. Is it when they're in the weird pirate zone with all the pirate ships? There's some real good shots.
So I'll agree with you. I think that's probably the best part of the movie. Still not saying much for me, but I was really bummed out that Sub-Zero and Scorpion?
Yeah,
we're just kind of like mindless, like slaves. You know, they didn't really have a story. Like even in the trailer for this new one, it already looks like, man, we're already going to be getting like it looks like they're the actual main characters of this.
Yeah,
film.
It sounds like they're going to focus heavily on those two, which is a good move because to me, I don't know if you agree, Ryan. I think they're the most iconic of the Mortal Kombat characters.
They are the two characters. They're the only two who have appeared in every single game.
Scorpion wasn't in 3.
Oh, okay, because I guess he was dead. Okay, sorry. So Sub-Zero then. There you go.
Yeah,
Sub-Zero.
Because I was very upset because I'm a Scorpion guy. If Scorpion gets his ass kicked by Sub-Zero in this new movie, I will legitimately be sad.
He gets his ass kicked in the trailer.
I know, but that's they're playing.
Did you see Jackson? Did you see the animated movie Scorpion's Revenge?
I did not.
It's pretty good. It's actually it's very violent. Like that's a pretty good retelling from Scorpion's perspective of the first game.
Yeah, I agree though, Mike. To your point, I feel like they should have been more fleshed out. Sub-Zero's fight with Liu Kang is terrible. Like that fight is it
was way too quick too.
Yeah,
it was so quick.
Yeah.
I like personally my favorite fight, I think, is the Reptile Liu Kang one at the end. I think that one's pretty badass. And I actually think the Liu Kang Shang Tsung fight is really good.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. I think like at that point, that's how I know that the movie works for me, is that I am like fully engaged in that fight at the end. I care about what happens. So, whether or not that's nostalgia, just fooling me, I guess I just don't care.
I do think so Shang Tsung turns into his dead brother, and he immediately buys it because the movie says he has to buy it. And he's like, wait a minute, you're not my brother. Even though I just saw you turn into him, I definitely think you're not my brother. That's how silly that is or whatever. I do think for the character of Liu Kang, it is a nice moment of like, I know you're not my brother, I know who I am and what my destiny is. And like, I am the chosen one. Like for the movie and his arc from beginning and being like egocentric and like, blah, 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 blah. I think that's a good arc for how simple this movie is. And I think the moment is a good moment for Liu Kang. And the final like fight with him pushing Shang Tsung into the pit, I think that works well thematically.
I gotta ask: is this new one gonna have any of the same story of the old one? It doesn't look like it from the trailer.
So I don't.
I mean,
know.
Obviously, there's gonna be like a main like ring combat thing or whatever, because everyone has that tattoo, like, "Hey, you're chosen" or whatever, what have you.
So I've heard that it's all prior to the tournament. The new movie. It's
I don't know.
There's no tournament apparently in this one. Like it's all set up for the tournament. But this was a very dumbed down Mortal Kombat. I mean, the actual stories in the games are way more like fleshed out and interesting.
So no joke. I do think not in terms of all video games. It is definitely, it has cringy moments for sure. It is still a Paul W.S. Anderson movie, and that dude is not cheesy. For 25 years. Like, I don't know who else is. And I had a point and I lost it because I was talking about W.S. Anderson. Pow. I'll get back to it.
No, I guess we're talking about that final act. That is where the movie starts to make no sense. Like so if you challenge someone, they have to accept the challenge. And then Johnny Cage like makes a deal with Shang Tsung about, I challenge Goro and essentially like, okay, you can fight Goro, but then I get to choose, or I get to fight you or anyone I choose. Yeah. And then he chooses Sonya because she, he's got big plans for Sonya, but he had the big plans before that deal was ever struck. So
why
I don't
does
really
he have big plans for her?
He's gonna fight her at the end, but it doesn't make any sense.
I'll tell you what. It's a gross 90s display of women just being taken as kidnapped.
Got it. Okay. I mean,
literally,
I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything.
No.
What I mean?
No. The reason Shang Tsung is obsessed with Sonya is because the writer said so. That's the only real reason. There is no reason.
Yeah,
in the movie.
I actually about halfway through when he first started saying that, I thought to myself, did I miss something in the beginning? Does she have like some weird amulet on her that or something that'll give him more power or some crap?
No,
he's just a creep.
He's a creep, and she's the one that he knows he can beat. So he plans on fighting her at the end for all the marbles. But the point is, like, that plan he was hatching, like, unless he knew Johnny Cage was gonna challenge Goro halfway through the movie, like, it doesn't make any sense. And then at the end, he could have just been like, no, Liu Kang, I'm not gonna fight you. We get your world now. Yeah. Like, Liu Kang's challenge at the end, I think he's just accepting it out of pride. Is that correct? That Shang Tsung's just like, okay, well, I can't turn this down or I'll look like a pussy. Is that basically the deal?
But also, there's no one left because after you beat Goro, you have to beat Shang Tsung. And if Goro's defeated, and like Liu Kang's not going to fight Johnny Cage because he's on his side, so he has to fight Shang Tsung no matter what. I think.
Yeah, but Shang Tsung could just say no. I'm either going to fight Sonya or I'm not going to. Right.
So I don't know about that because I think the Sonya thing is dumb and stupid. I think that's the big problem with the movie. But I think it would still come down to Shang Tsung and Liu Kang. I think the Sonya is a problem.
It comes down to this. Quidditch makes more sense than this fucking
No, it doesn't.
Michael, I will. No.
Quidditch is the worst.
I'm just trying to get under Jackson's skin.
The fact that Quidditch exists in its form is
go back to our review. Go back to our Harry Potter review. We talked about it for half an hour.
Yeah, sorry, that was my fault. But no, I can't like reasonably defend this movie at all. I just know it to me, this, if there's any video game movie I'm gonna watch, this is the one. I don't think that there's I don't like the Sonic the Hedgehog movie better than this. It's probably a better movie.
I like the first Resident Evil.
Same guy. Yeah.
Yeah, see, no, not me, because to me, that movie ignores everything that Resident Evil actually was. Like the original Resident Evil. I just
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I like zombies. Yeah. Are they making a new Silent Hill, by the way?
We don't know.
On a tangent.
We don't know.
I don't know. I do know that Netflix is doing a Resident Evil series, though.
Yes.
Oh, my homie. There are 3 Resident Evil projects currently in development. A movie.
There's movies, right? Yeah.
There's one movie, and then there's the Netflix thing, and then there's an anime. And they're all coming out around the same time.
Oh, boy.
The next year is going to be wild.
That sounds intense.
Because I want to go back to being super positive, I want to talk about the new movie coming out, because I just want to talk about that forever because I'm so excited. I don't know the story or anything involved, because the characters that we've seen, they are from all iterations of the game. There's characters from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like there are so many random characters that we still haven't even seen that I just know are in the movie because of, like, you know, toys or news or stuff. So like I think they might be doing something completely original and just having the base be, oh, there's a Mortal Kombat tournament and they just have a bunch of fights.
I like that.
If there is no tournament, Jackson, that's wild. I don't even know.
No, I think there's a tournament. There's a tournament, but I think this movie is taking place as the setup for the tournament.
Man, they're going to be killing off a lot of characters pre-tournament then, because that's crazy. I mean, if they have a story reason, that's cool as hell.
Right, right.
Well,
nuts. And there's a new character who's not in the games, right? Who I'm assuming is going to be like our protagonist, right?
Ooh, let me get speculation zone. Michael, let me get into speculation zone. Can I enter it real quick? Thank you. I just needed your permission real quick. So his name's Cole Young. The new character's name is Cole Young. Okay. Sub-Zero's name, his name is, his younger brother is Kwai Lang. And this new character is mysterious. I have a feeling that this new character, Cole Young, is actually the evil Sub-Zero's younger brother who was taken away from the clan and raised as like an orphan or something. Because Cole Young and Kwai Lang sound very familiar. Why would you introduce a new boring protagonist that's not part of the Mortal Kombat lore? That seems like a stupid idea when there's 100 characters to choose from. I think they're subverting us. Pow.
I think it's a good idea. I like it. I like.
You do?
Yes, I do.
Cole
Why not?
Young. What a name.
Why not? Give us a random new character who we can learn something about, because the problem's going to be everybody has their, you know, the fans of the game, not Mike, but everybody else is going to go in with their like preconceived notions of what all these characters should be like. And now you've given us kind of a fresh face, somebody who we don't have to have any expectations to.
Oh, I'm saying
so I like that.
He's still Cole Young, but like the revelation at the end is, I'm actually his brother. That's why he's fighting me.
I'm a little, I do have a concern here. There are a lot of characters in this trailer. This is going to have to be, I mean, some of these characters have to just be cannon fodder, right? And people are going to be upset because it's like, oh, Cabal is in it.
But here's the thing, like Mortal Kombat's been going on for 25 years. Everyone has their favorite character, but like, you know, they're not going to kill Liu Kang, or they're not going to kill like Johnny Cage or Sonya or whatever, right? The other characters are up for grabs. Honestly, like you can kill a Reptile, you can kill a Cabal. Like, to be honest, they're not the main guys. And I think from everything that I've seen from the movie, there's a lot of death in this movie of a lot of characters. And I just think like, don't be too precious with a cast of 100. You know, it's like, it's a Mortal Kombat movie. Get fatal. You know what I mean?
It's true. We only have to care about certain ones. The rest are just, you know, an excuse to have blood and guts. Now, Johnny Cage is not in the movie, so they're saving him for the next one, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I was shocked because I figured like Hollywood would make Johnny Cage like the lead of the movie. Like he seems like the thing to do with like a Hollywood. Maybe they just don't need to add it's another just white guy in the movie. Like
Cole Young is Johnny Cage's son. That's the
even though Louis Tan is like 35. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I just don't want to get my hopes up for this movie. I'm nervous.
Also, I'll tell you what, I accidentally, and this bums me out, but I'm almost glad that it happened on Twitter because the movie's out. Somebody posted like a small scene from the movie, and I watched it because I couldn't stop myself. It started playing, and it's so violent and so insane that I'm like, oh, they did it. I have no faith. I have no worries.
So even if it's bad, who cares? As long
because
as
again, I come for the fights, right? And like the problem with most modern video game movies is they overcomplicate them. The thing that makes Mortal Kombat, whether good or bad, the 95 movie, it's simple. It's just, we're here to fight. That's all it is. And that works for most people, I think. Like, this new movie might overcomplicate it, and that's the problem, bringing too much lore into it.
See, that's what scares me. There's just too much shit going on, and I'm concerned about that. Now, though, I do think, Godzilla versus Kong would be a good example. Everything, I know it's about the fights, but why can't it also be good? You know what I mean?
We can have a higher standard.
Right. So that's what I'm hoping for. Now, it might be one of those movies that I know is bad, but it's just a blast to watch. So if that's the case, whatever. But
I have a good feeling. All the pre-buzz, all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Like, it just feels like, hey, it's finally time. We can get it could be just a good martial arts movie and also have Mortal Kombat. Like, let's hope for that.
Yeah, sure.
When does that come out?
23rd, I think.
23rd, not the 13th. Got it.
Yeah, it got pushed. Yeah.
Yeah, it got pushed. So 95 Mortal Kombat. What is there? You mentioned CGI Reptile. Apparently the Reptile fight, like, the studio made them go do reshoots for that because they were like, oh, there's not enough fights in the movie. So my thought is, did they also, like, was the Reptile character in general added via reshoots, or were they just not going to do anything with that CGI Reptile thing?
I'd like to imagine that, like, because there's two fights. There's like the CGI one, and then he gets turned into a regular soldier when he gets put into like a statue or some bullshit.
Yeah. Okay. So,
are all the statues like alive? Is that what we're made to believe?
You got me, my man.
There are body parts in them, though, aren't there? They like zoom in, and there's like a dude's face like coming out of the middle. Yeah. So maybe then, I don't know.
But then, like, when the reptile dies, he's filled with bugs for some reason.
Great questions. Answers? Who knows? See, again, Michael, like, this is one of those movies where, like, these aren't the questions. These aren't questions that I'm asking, because I'm just watching.
I must have just had much higher expectations, I think, because it's I came into this like expecting a good movie, and I just kept getting bombarded with all these holes and all this stuff. Michael, I didn't take it for what I wanted. This
movie and the first Resident Evil movie, have a lot in common. And if you like Resident Evil, I find it shocking that you don't also like this movie, because the core of that movie is in this movie.
Mila Jovovich.
There you go. That's actually it. Not enough zombie dogs in Mila.
I feel like there's a little more plot to Resident Evil, right?
No, there is, but in terms of like stupidity and character stupidity and being very surface level stuff, it is a Paul W.S. He has never made, no offense to the guy, he's never made a thought provoking movie, and I like the guy's movies. Not all movies have to be that.
Neither of these movies have anything on The Rock's Doom, right? So,
oh God.
I forgot. Oh God! See,
God, that's so terrible.
Oh, man, that is a bad movie. Oh, I forgot about that one.
I mean, most video game movies are dreadful, right? I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog, I think, is the best reviewed video game movie ever, and I believe before that it was Rampage. Which was terrible. I hated Rampage.
So preview for next week's Fake Nerd podcast, we are doing a ranking of the definitive video game movies. Cool. At least two of us, I don't know about the rest of the guys, but we're going to be watching a lot of the video game movies that come out of the last 10 years. Movies like Silent Hill, movies like Warcraft, Tomb Raider. These are all good movies. They're not great movies, but they're good.
Oh God, Warcraft? You liked Warcraft?
See, here's the thing. No. Here's the thing. The orc stuff, that is some of the best CGI character stuff ever put to film. The human stuff's garbage, but the orc stuff, and Duncan Jones originally wanted that entire movie to be about the orcs, and that's the good stuff of the movie. And then the studio was like, we can't have an entire movie of CGI characters. We can't do it.
Which Tomb Raider are you watching?
Who knows? Maybe all.
Yeah, I guess I would. Oh God,
Silent Hill's pretty good.
I think Silent Hill kind of nails it. Actually, that what I might say that's my favorite video game movie.
Yeah. Because our whole thing was like, everyone says like Mortal Kombat's the best, but it's been 25 years and there's been a lot of movies, good or bad. So like our thing is like, all right, we are going to find the definitive, like what actually is the best one? Because it's not Mortal Kombat.
Are you telling me you didn't like Super Mario Brothers either?
Oh God. Yeah, Silent Hill does that. Silent Hill actually manages to be kind of an intriguing, like creepy movie, and completely captures the essence of the game.
That movie's
Like,
horrific. Oh
yeah, yeah. So
like,
that
dude,
one,
people's skins get like ripped off their bodies.
Yes,
Like it is.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That movie goes hard for being a Silent Hill movie, and I appreciate that.
And it's got Sean Bean, so
And he doesn't die in it, so +1.
Right? Yes. So Sean Bean. I never saw the sequel. Never saw the sequel. But
the 3D one. Oh boy,
it was not good.
I didn't. I all I know is Jon Snow's in it, and I didn't see it.
That's right. He is in that.
Is he really? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how much more we have to say about Mortal Kombat. I'm trying to think. Like, okay, I mean, Christopher Lambert, man, he's my Raiden. So I know Raiden is probably he's supposed to be Asian, which Christopher Lambert is not.
Listen, I'm just saying,
works for me. It's great. I love him.
It is great casting if you're going for that type of silly thing. It's really something to see like a giant Chinese temple, and then like a big white dude comes up, and they're like, "Yes, you!" And I'm like,
their explanation for why he's there. He's like, "Oh, he's the one was it beggar or something?" Like, hey, how many white beggars are there really though in China? Come on.
Yeah. Just the one who's an actual god.
Just the one.
Very excited for that new movie where it's actually an Asian descendant actor.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's weird though. Like, you know, I've built my head around Raiden being like this important ancient character, and like in the trailers anyway, it doesn't look like they've got him doing shit. Like,
my guy, they have not shown you anything.
I know all the stuff they've shown.
How long is this movie supposed to be?
It's 1 hour and 50. It's almost 2 hours.
Okay. I'm ready. I am so ready to watch this. I really am. I've probably right now my most anticipated movie, I would say.
Even he's excited to see it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I would say Dune is still my number one, but that's so far away that it's
exactly.
Right, it's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, if you laid out the entire slate of movies coming out the next 12 to 24 months, I would probably
even like I'm like a Marvel shill, and like even like, you know, Black Widow and Shang-Chi, like I'm looking forward to Mortal Kombat more, because this is like the first time we're actually getting like a super violent and like really choreographed martial arts movie with people who care about it, like behind it. Like there's a great behind the scenes, like a 5-minute behind the scenes thing about this movie that's all over YouTube. Check it out. It seems like this seems to be like a good movie. Like even if it's not, the people behind it tried really, really hard. And like, I'm so excited.
Yeah, pumped. Mike, you got wheels for us, or what do you got going?
Yeah. Do you want to do grades real quick?
Yeah, I'll give it a B-.
I would also give it a B-. I think it's just good fun.
Sweet. I'll give it a D+.
Hell yeah.
All right. So
I can't fight. I can't. This isn't, you know, like.
No, if you gave it an F, I wouldn't like get mad.
No, it's not an F. It's not like it was picked by Cookie or anything.
Oh
shit! This isn't Surf Ninjas.
Let's see. I think this is it. Yep. All right.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna quickly go through. Let me try.
Hold on. So there's only 3 of us here tonight. Does that mean our odds of winning the other wheel are like double what they normally are?
Yeah. Oh my god!
Well, we do have a couple audience spots in it too. So
oh my god! Maybe you guys better not hope that I win.
I know, right?
I'm picking Annihilation.
Oh god! All right, so we got the normal like major genres in here. I did add a couple of other ones: 3D animation, 2D animation, sequels, part of a trilogy, a part 3, anything part 4 or higher. Sequel that's better than the original. A couple other ones. Good actors, bad movies. Good movie, bad actor. Underrated, overrated. Guilty pleasures. Why is this supposed to be good? Gag gift. It's like something you would give it, you know, as a fun gift. Like it's supposed to be stupid.
Van Wilder.
First episode of a TV show.
Yes.
Let's see. A family movie.
First episode of a TV show.
Yeah, we did that one a while ago.
To be quite honest, like right now, I would probably pick the first episode of 30 Coins just to get everybody into it. You know, something like that.
Yeah.
Robots, aliens, a movie where someone's lost on a boat. Virus, tearjerker, mystery, boring with a couple great scenes, a monster movie, childhood favorite, cat and mouse. Here's some of my favorite ones. Movie we think Jackson would like, a movie we think I would like, a movie we think Paul would like, Ryan, Cookie, Ken.
That's cool.
So, yeah. So I'm going to shuffle this thing up here.
Oh man.
So a movie that we think Cookie would like, it's just the most gutter trash.
What's Pauly
movies.
Shore's last movie?
I know, right? Now you never know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, because didn't he wasn't there one horror movie that he said he liked? So now that that's there, I think horror movies are safe to put on. Cookie's list.
You just throw The Exorcist in or whatever.
Oh my God. That would ruin
All right,
him.
let's go with it. Well, let me get this ready here.
So many movie choices.
Robots.
I'm gonna choose iRobot.
Ooh.
Okay.
Will Smith.
Got these vintage 2004 Converse. Remember that line for the rest of my life.
Let's see. Genre wheel.
Robots. God. I'm gonna say Short Circuit.
Okay.
So we got iRobot, Short Circuit. Audience, if you have any robot movies, feel free to throw them in.
Let's see. iRobot.
Trying to think of like unconventional robot movies.
Yeah, no. Let's see. I think I'll choose. Oh, geez. You know what? I'm gonna choose a fun one that I liked. I'm gonna choose Wall-E.
Wall-E.
Yeah, I love that movie. So
It's a
good.
great movie.
Mhm.
Riley's never seen it. I've been trying to find a reason to watch it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Can't go wrong with Pixar.
Close this thing out here, and then hold on. Let me just fix this real quick. Just a vamp for me.
Oh man, I got to think of a movie in case I get picked. Oh boy.
Yep.
Because I don't know if I actually want to do Annihilation because that's really mean.
It's horrible, Annihilation. Like, I'm telling you, man. I can't.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh,
Oh, okay, I got one. Cool. Okay.
All right. So
Look at all the Ryans.
look at all of them. Bunch of audience too. So if it lands on audience,
Oh
I
man,
don't
get
know
ready.
if your buddy Home is still in here, man, or Lasso.
this is his shot. Now,
This is his shot.
we have a Justice League review to do. So is that
Oh,
happening
yeah.
in conjunction with another episode, or is that going to be next week's movie and then this will be the week after?
I feel like it should be two separate
Yeah, that could be like a
shows.
special.
Ex Machina for Home.
Oh, that's so good.
Good call.
Oh,
That's a good movie. Yeah.
oh, that's so good. Any excuse to watch that.
I like that movie. If I remember it. Okay. So let's see who gets to choose.
It's Jackson. Oh, Jackson.
Oh, finally, dude, you got it.
All right.
It
Congratulations.
only took half of us leaving.
All right. So I'm torn here. I'm very torn.
Dude, you've
Because-
had 3 months.
I know. So I've had a movie in mind. It's a Korean horror movie called The Wailing for quite some time. But now I watched a movie with Mads Mikkelsen over the weekend that I thought was dreadful. So I
Oh.
kind of want to throw another Mads Mikkelsen movie out that's really good.
Oh, okay.
So,
good.
so I'm gonna. It's foreign. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with The Hunt, starring Mads
Hunt.
Mikkelsen.
That's a good one. I've seen that one.
All right.
That's a good one.
Wait. The Hunt. Is this the one where he's like in a cabin on a lake or something like this? No. Okay.
No, this movie. The premise is he's like an assistant at a school, like for kids, like little kids, and basically he is accused of inappropriate actions.
Bad
with kids.
things.
Ooh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sweet. Well, it
So
sounds like a good movie.
A little bit different from Mortal Kombat.
Just a little
I
bit.
would say.
Just a little bit.
Yes, but I'm a big Mads Mikkelsen fan, and the movie I watched this weekend that was trash was the one with Ray and Peter Parker in it, where the dude's thoughts,
yeah.
you can see him, just utter
Chaos
garbage.
Walking.
Yes. Oh God.
That movie got delayed like 2 years, so I'm not.
Oh, it was so bad. It was so
Man.
boring. Ugh. But he was in that, so
Gotcha.
we'll go with that. And I'll save the Korean horror flick though. I will save that because that was.
Gosh,
really
I
good.
want to watch that now.
Well, you hold up. I mean, just wait.
Wait
Yeah, right,
2
I
to 3 months when you pick again.
Yeah, when I get to pick again in 6 months. I've actually got 3 films here because I can never decide and I never get to pick. and I'm holding them spines out so you can't see what they are.
Just
so
make
if I
sure
ever get to pick, I get to pick one of these.
you just got to make sure like half the crew is gone, and then you can keep winning.
Then I can win.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Yeah.
By
So
default.
The Hunt. We'll watch The Hunt.
Right on.
Yep.
Cool.
So that is it for us tonight. I guess we'll say our goodbyes and we'll start with Ryan this time.
Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Ryan from the Fake Nerd Podcast. We're going live in a couple hours, doing the same thing I just did right here, but a little more in depth, talking about Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat Annihilation. We're all really jazzed for that upcoming movie. What else? We are doing Falcon and the Winter Soldier reviews. Check that out weekly. That's still fun. We got Basement Arcade stuff involving video games. We got Basement Arcade Pause Menu involving podcasts about video games. We work too much and we never sleep. You can find me personally at DJ Tony Snark on the internet. Get over here.
And Mike?
I can't follow that. You can find me Downright Nerdy Podcast. All the links are down below. We got a show coming out on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Let's see. We got our normal DNP show on Monday. I got the second episode of the Jack Bauer Chronicles with this guy on Tuesday. Wednesday, I do my my live Down the Rabbit Hole, I guess like live show I do in the mornings. Still trying to figure out a topic I want to start out with. Maybe I'll try to find the complete rules of Quidditch and start to learn about that. Go down that rabbit hole.
Hey man, like there are colleges where you can actually like take an elective as like Quidditch. So like there's a rule set, you can find it.
Yeah, but they had to.
I'm going to
edit the
educate
rules.
myself on Wiki.
So you can find me on the Jack Bauer Chronicles. Ryan has not watched 24, so if we got one person to watch 24, Ryan, make sure you give it its time to heat up. Obviously,
I'll give it a couple
older
episodes.
show.
I'll give it a couple episodes.
Might
4.
need yeah.
I'll give it 4 of the 24 of the hour.
Let's just say this. I will say, and this, I know this is a lot of television to get to this point, but season 5 of 24, season 5, no, that doesn't mean the rest isn't good.
Yeah.
But season 5 of 24 is legitimately maybe the best season of television ever.
Okay. I just got to get through 40 hours of TV. It's fine.
Yeah. More than that.
It's way more than that, dude.
But no, I can't imagine you would dislike it. It's
okay.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you like Kiefer Sutherland at all. I mean, it's his best thing he's ever done. So
Okay.
But yeah, that's it for us. Make sure you tune in to Mike's channel, where of course I pick the movie, so he gets a good movie. But everybody have a good week, and we will see you next weekend.
Get over here.